Let's get right to today's Take 3. Have you heard about Hatha-haters?
What's up with this?
If you go online, you kind of pick up on this a little bit. Anne Hathaway, apparently very aware of her critics. If you hadn't heard the term, Hatha-haters are these sort of snarky people who view her as, I guess, not self-deprecating enough, a little too self-serious, perhaps. It kind of springs a lot of it from her, quote, surprise speech at the Golden Globes. Inspired a flurry of tweets, almost 20,000 per minute. I guess I asked around because I don't quite get why people hate, if we must use that term.
Right.
I guess it gets to false humility, is what I kept hearing, saying, oh my gosh, I can't believe I won this award. Not the first actress to ever do that, by the way. I'm going to use this, she said, as a weapon against self-doubt as she looked at her Golden Globe. So I don't quite get it, but it's out there. If you go online, you see it.
But you know, at this point,
so sad. I mean, the number of haters, period, out there.
That's
it. And it's sad that, you know, in a moment of her glory, I mean, and she's a phenomenally talented actress.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess had she maybe tripped as Jennifer Lawrence did, maybe that would have humanized her a little more. I don't know what people are expecting.
Well, we bring this up again because she finally came out this week and says, yeah, I hear all this stuff, and it bugs me, you know, but you have to stay positive. There was a New York Magazine piece written where a woman asked a bunch of other women, why don't we like Anne Hathaway? Here were some of the responses. She's a theater kid with good intentions, but secretly she annoys you. You want to be excited for her, but deep down you're rolling your eyes. Then someone else said, I think someone told her she was America's sweetheart, and she believed it.
Oh, boy.
So, I don't know.
That's ridiculous.
We love her. I love her.
Great actress, well-deserved.
She's always been very nice when she's been here.
She works very hard at what she does. So, you know, I give her all the credit.
We're the Hatha lovers.
We're the Hatha lovers.
Exactly. We'll come down on that side. All right, keeping it with famous actresses, our Take 2. Have you seen this ad? Audrey Hepburn has been resurrected, if you'll forgive the term, for this ad. She died, of course, in 1993. Still making commercials, though. The latest for UK chocolate brand Galaxy. This ad footage is taken from the film Roman Holiday. And it went ahead after her estate essentially, agreed to the use of her image. She's been used before in a Gap ad. You remember that one?
I remember that.
We've seen Fred Astaire in a Dirt Devil vacuum ad back in the 90s.
There was that Pepsi ad with Elton John, with all the icons in there.
I mean, I guess some people online and social media are saying, you know, it's ridiculous that her image is being brought back and used in this way to sell chocolate bars. But, I mean, it is a beautifully done ad.
I don't think it's unflattering in any way.
It's very reverential.
Yeah.
And the deal is, her estate owns the rights to it, so she doesn't have a say in it anymore, so her sons did it. I think if they abused it in some way, I'm not sure Fred Astaire dancing with a vacuum cleaner is the best use of his image, but I think this is kind of a nice
Although
ad.
Seeing him dance with a vacuum cleaner, I mean, anytime you could see him dance,
you see how
fabulous.
Yeah, how amazing it was.
Right, yeah. All right, Take 3, Titanic 2. You guys were talking about this earlier this morning. I love this. More than 100 years, 101 years to be exact, one tycoon is planning on building a modern replica of the Titanic. A billionaire from Australia he is, already begun construction on the Titanic 2. His name is Clive Palmer. He says, will 100 years later sail the exact same route and take up the torch and sail it to New York to complete the journey that ship never finished. He's funding this project entirely himself. He says he's ready to set sail in 2016. Points out there will be enough lifeboats.
Yeah,
and life jackets, right?
That's good. If you get a do-over on the Titanic, you put more lifeboats.
I don't think there are any icebergs left either in that.
Well, that's true. 101 years later with global warming, but they're going to have the technology to get you through those icebergs.
40,000 applications.
40,000, and some people are paying $1 million to sit in first class on this ship. But he really wants to recreate it. He's putting the costumes together. He wants to have big dancing jig parties down in steerage. He wants to do the whole thing.
He's going to keep steerage. Wow. I don't know if I would actually keep that part.
That's the part you want to use the progress to get away from.
Would you go?
Sure. I mean, not for $1 million, but maybe they'll ask us to.
Maybe we'll go cover it.
Yeah. Oh, boy, that buffet is going to be fantastic.
As I said, I see
100-year-old buffet.
Today Show travel segment here. I think it's great.
I don't know if you tempt fate and get on the Titanic again.
Yeah,
Let's let them do that.
I'll wait for the second trip.
Yeah, exactly. We'll work out the kinks on that one. All right, Natalie, how about a check of the other top stories this morning?
Let's get to our news this morning. And today at the Vatican, a final public farewell for Pope Benedict, one day before he officially steps down. More than 100,000 people packed St. Peter's Square for his last weekly audience. Many of the cardinals who will choose his successor were at the Vatican today. He said he decided to resign after much prayer and asked people to pray for him and his successor. Pope Benedict is the first pope to step down in 600 years. Today, parts of New England are expected to get up to a foot of snow. This as people in the Midwest are digging out from a big winter storm that has left about 100,000 homes and businesses without power. At least 3 deaths are being blamed on the storm. Parts of the Midwest are getting even more snow there today. Today, air traffic controllers are warning that sequester budget cuts due to begin on Friday could force runways to close at some of the nation's busiest airports. There is no sign the White House and congressional Republicans are close to a deal to head off those automatic spending cuts. Today, Chuck Hagel is taking over at the Pentagon after the Senate voted 58-41 Tuesday to confirm him as Defense Secretary. He was sworn in this morning. Among his big challenges, those looming Defense Department budget cuts and troop levels in Afghanistan. Last night in South Africa, a private memorial service for model Riva Steenkamp. The service planned by Olympic runner Oscar Pistorius, who says he shot her by accident on Valentine's Day. Pistorius is charged with premeditated murder. A new honor today for the late civil rights pioneer Rosa Parks, the unveiling of a statue of her on Capitol Hill with President Obama and congressional leaders taking part. Known as the mother of the civil rights movement, Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat to a white man on a Montgomery, Alabama city bus back in 1955. And this month marks what would have been her 100th birthday. And Nicolas Cage was the big winner on a recent high school game show in Boston when the host chatted with contestants about movies they like. One team was 4 for 4 for Nicolas Cage films.
What's your favorite film and why?
I've got to say my favorite movie is probably Con Air.
Yeah.
I think just the way that John Malkovich just really brings out the best in Nicolas Cage is just. It's just such a fun movie.
My favorite movie is probably Face Off with Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
So pretty much Nicolas Cage, he's just really in his element. He switches faces.
Yeah.
It's the National Treasure franchise, both movies. Just because Nicolas Cage in his element.
My favorite movie is probably Raising Arizona, starring Nicolas Cage.
That was my favorite
really
as well, Raising Arizona. In case you couldn't tell, the Brookline High School team, quiz team, really loved Nicolas Cage and all his movies.
I can go there with him on Raising Arizona.
Raising Arizona, that's the best.
Face Off.
Yeah,
Face
Off.
Okay, plan B. Let's just kill each other.
Face Off was good. Con Air, right?
Nah.
Before we go here, we've got a bonus take. This is called Powerful Yogurt, and it's marketed toward men. It's
Really?
a manly yogurt.
What makes it manly?
Well, it's high protein.
Oh, yeah.
It's no fat, and this is their quote.
And it's jerky flavored.
It's an all-beast snack. So
does this mean women cannot taste it or try it?
Well, see what you think. I'm not self-conscious about eating regular yogurt. I don't know that I needed my own brand.
It's Greek yogurt. I mean, what's the difference between the powerful yogurt for men versus regular Greek yogurt?
This is all beast. That's the difference.
Bring out your inner beast.
Marketing ploy, but it's delicious.
It's really good.
That's good.
All natural, super protein.
It does have more protein, I think, than regular Greek yogurt.
Really?
So they're
20
targeting,
grams.
I guess,
20 grams. That's good.
The yogurt niche is typically dominated by women, apparently. So they're going for the
I got to
men here.
say, I wish I invested in Greek yogurt years ago, because you go down that aisle now, it's Greek yogurt everywhere.
So Jamie Lee Curtis is for Activia. This one would be The Rock. Hey, guys, you got some problems with your digestion? Eat this. It's all beast.
Doesn't it claim to boost your testosterone, too?
I don't know.
I read that.
It's working for Al.
I think
it's
so.
working for Al already. There you go, some all-beast yogurt.